Hello, beautiful souls. We are now in Virgo season, so happy solar return to any of you beautiful Virgos out there. Don't be too overly critical of yourselves. Don't try to overanalyze everything. As we all know, that can be a blessing and a curse. So we are going to be discussing the new moon in Virgo that's taking place on the 27th of August at 4:17 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. Adjust for wherever that is in your time zone. So the sun has moved into Virgo, our everyday lives, the detail. I know for me, I've been tending to our pets, our animals, as my cat just comes in here with a hairball. And so that's been keeping me quite busy on my everyday life. That's why I haven't been on in a week or two. So if you're having a lot of mental energy, that's very typical of Virgos before they come in alignment and, take that Pisces energy and do some meditations and balance that out. But also at the time of this new moon, we are squaring up to the energy of Mars, which is over in Gemini, the other sign that Mercury rules. So keep that in mind. A lot of mental energy going on, perhaps within yourself. Just ground, do breath work, do things that clear your mind, whether it be getting out in nature, whatever it is for you that's grounding and earthing. We also have this ongoing Saturn in Aquarius squaring the planet of change and awakening and our future, in squaring up to Uranus and Taurus. So over this past year, many of you may have been feeling this push-pull, like this ebb and this flow of how you used to be, how you're going to be, and this back and forth, like thinking that we know what we want to do and then shifting again. That Saturn-Uranus square will come into exact in October again at 18 degrees of Taurus. So that is a significant... So if you have anything, I'd say between 18 to 21 degrees of any of the fixed signs, that would be probably influencing you even more so. So that would be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So keep that in mind. We all are made up of all planets and all signs. So, Uranus, the planet of awakenings and changes and shift, has now joined the other planets, the other outer planets that are in retrograde motion. And Uranus went retrograde on the 24th of August. So for me, I didn't really feel like, I guess I would have to look back to see if I felt anything or still today can connect the dots to that. But what I have noticed is since Mars has moved into Gemini, we have this fiery planet of our Mars of action, can be aggression, can be assertiveness, can be anger, just depends on where your self-awareness is in this mutable air energy of media, conversations, writing. So if you are experiencing a busy mind, right? Because the ruling planet of this new moon is also Mercury, and it's squaring up to Mars. So a lot of mental energy. We could have a lot of fast information coming out. We could also be encountering people who are just sharing communication, whether it be in person or online, argumentative or angry. Keep that in mind because your self-awareness is how we evolve and move through that. And so as the planets are making these different aspects, we have different things come to light for our awareness to see how we are. So what is the Virgo energy? The purity of spirit embodied. Taking that forward in practical ways in our everyday life, being humble, being practical, being diligent, focusing upon how we want to move forward in practical ways, how we want to move forward of perhaps things that we've let go of, and how we want to move forward in a new way. And so being very detailed, it'd be a great time to do some purging, whether it be physical purging of material things, emotional purging. Plant this new seed with the intention of whatever comes forward for you on how you want to take steps in your everyday life in practical ways. For me, what's coming up is, how can I be in service? How can I be in service first to self, right? And then for others. And so what's been coming up for me a lot is, I've been feeling the Schumann resonance spikes, I don't know, somewhere on my journey of awakening in the past 8 years. And I've been asking Creator Source, why do I feel these so intensely? Sometimes it'll come through as bodily symptoms. Sometimes it'll just be like this energetic warmth, vibrations through my legs, ear ringing, multitude of different things that I feel when the Schumann resonance, the planet frequency shifts and changes. And also my ability to be able to feel the energies of the collective and to be able to discern what is mine and what is not mine, and be able to go forward in a dutiful way. So that is what I've been reflecting upon. And then ever since Mars moved into Gemini, and all the astrologers that I learned from highlighted this, that Mars's journey through Gemini is going to be like a 7 or 8 month journey. And so it's quite long and quite rare that Mars spends that much time in Gemini, and that's because it's going to be going retrograde in the sign of Gemini, right? And Gemini is what? Writing, information, intellect. On the low vibration, it can be gossipy. It can be even a lot of deception that's coming out. A lot of deception that we're seeing, whether it be in media or people in your surroundings as well, with Gemini being siblings, local. Pay attention with Mars there too, with travel, people being aggressive when they're driving, short travels. But for me, I've definitely noticed, being Gemini, I'm a Virgo, so Gemini, or Mercury also rules my sign, my sun sign. I've had a lot of busy intellect, and I'm very, very chatty. So of course, this is going to be different for everybody. This is just what I'm noticing. So it just depends on whether you have, where your Mercury is, where is Mars transiting in your birth natal chart. For me, it's happening in my 7th house. That's where Gemini falls. So find out where Gemini is and research about the house that Mars will be transiting there. So 7th house for me, relationships, a lot of information coming up. Could have to do with, even siblings for the general populace, because Gemini rules also siblings. Can be also teaching and learning. And also pay attention, keep in mind, and make sure that you're being aware that on the low vibration, Gemini can be just taking in a bunch of information, or can be gossipy. And so how do you, in Virgo season, want to take forward being in service? How do you want to humble yourself from past mistakes and be able to go forward, like separating the wheat from the chaff, what you'd like to take forward, what you're going to leave behind as we move through Virgo season? So it's also, about our pets and tending to them. I have a very beautiful companion of 14 years that is a dog that's struggling, that her body's shutting down. She's lived a long physical life. And so my daily duties have definitely been busy being in service to my animals. I have a chicken that I'm treating for Bumblefoot right now, and I'm soaking her feet every night in Epsom salt. But that is where I am being dutiful in my everyday life, to be in service of those beautiful pets that, bring so much joy to the planet. How is this coming up for you? And what is it that you want to separate the wheat from the chaff from, and plant your new seed on this beautiful new moon energy in Virgo, happening at 4 degrees, 4 minutes of Virgo. So again, where is Virgo in your chart? Where will be, what is close or making any aspects to about 4 degrees of that. Chatty, chatty, chatty. So thinking about that. Communication, how we want to communicate. Writing could be beneficial for some if that's what you like. And it's also Mercury, the messenger of the gods. So this could be just you having epiphanies coming through on how you want to pursue your future. So let's think about our health and the work and the dutiful, because it rules the 6th house, right? That is the Virgo energy. You see the gardening there. This is also harvest season in the northern hemisphere. So what is it that you want to harvest from the fruits of your labors? And whether this be physically, you may not be a gardener. Maybe this is an idea to get into some sort of gardening, whether it be just a small plant that you plant to harvest something from. Harvest season normally is known to, this is when we start harvesting as we go in the northern hemisphere into fall and start preparing for our inner moments of winter. So on the southern hemisphere, it'll be the opposite, right? Everybody has Virgo in their chart, everybody has Mercury somewhere in their chart, and everybody has the sun and the moon too. So where this is individually for you will be a little different, so adjust accordingly. So it is about being dutiful, and to me, I've been really reflecting upon that with the how can I go forward and continue to be in service. So we are going to draw one card from the Twin Flame Journey Tarot for an overall energy, and then we'll just go from there. I'd like to clear our energy, though, if you don't mind, because I do have a very chatty intellect today. So thank you so much for being here with me. I am a student and lover of astrology. I will continue to learn and share astrology as I continue my journey on the earth plane. It's a passion of mine, but really being able to just serve by bringing forth myself, lessons learned, life experiences that have made me who I am today, and just being able to tap into my compassionate self, realness, all the emotions that we feel on the earth plane, and to let you know that it's okay to feel all these wide ranges of emotions as well. It's actually a gift as we are living this experience. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose all the way to your belly, to your solar plexus. Feel it rise. Continue to breathe. Clearing and calming your mind. Settling into your heart. God, creator, source of the universe, we are just asking for your presence, for your agape love, for your guidance, for your awareness, and even caution if need be, to present to us whatever it is that we need to know today. And we give thanks in advance. Just so perfect. It just started raining and I can hear it hitting my metal roof right now. It's beautiful, cleansing, purifying, pure, like the Virgo energy. Make everything you do holy. Make everything you do on this human journey. Make this experience be sacred to you, be appreciated by you. Don't get hung up on past mistakes. Allow your wisdom and your purity to go forward in your everyday life, being of service and whatever it is that you bring to the table to share with others. Calm your mind. Expand your heart. And allow yourself beautiful self-reflection. Woo, baby, that rain coming in at the perfect time. Just perfect. All right, so let's do from the Twin Flame Journey, and you won't be able to see it that way. Twin Flame Journey Tarot. What is it for this new moon in Virgo? 4 degrees, 4 minutes. What seed do you want to plant? And I think I got to pull from the Goddess Guidance Oracle today too, because we got such a beautiful, earthy, feminine new moon. Venus will be square with Uranus that day too as well. So let me pull up the chart real quick. I digress when I look on the calendar and see these other aspects. So Venus is in a square with, I thought it said Uranus on my chart. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. So Venus in Leo, fire, cardinal, feminine. I actually have Venus in Leo in my natal chart, squaring up to Uranus and Taurus. Feminine energy, like having breakthroughs within how you can be more creative, how you can bring sacred energy into everything that you're doing, being innovative on that, finding beauty in it. And then again, with this new moon squaring up to Mars, the sun and the moon squaring up to Mars, we got a lot of mercurial energy happening. So if you're finding yourself really busy in the intellect, I know I have been, that's great. Channel it in a very beautiful way. If you have irritability come up, channel that. Release it, purge it. Oh, I love the rain. I love the rain. Loving the rain. Can you hear it? So what energy is coming up with the new moon in Virgo? First off, Ten of Swords. Okay, so we got painful endings. Something needs to end. This could be a mental conflict. This is the perfect time with this new moon in Virgo to... Oh, hi, honey. My husband's home, like, way early. Is it early?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my hormones. Pull the door shut for me.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm hearing something going. Is that my cat getting into shit? I might have to get off the video. No, my husband's home. Scared the shit out of me. You could have murdered me. Anyway, this is a mental conflict. There's something that you need to end. Stop beating yourself up. Could be a past mistake. Whatever it is, it's a hook, line, and sinker. It needs to come to an end because it's a mental energy. Again, you could be having a lot of conflict coming up with this new moon in Virgo squaring Mars in Gemini. I've been having a lot of intellect and busynesses. What is it that you want to separate from the wheat from the chaff? It could be something mental for you. Needs to come to an end. It could feel painful, like it says, but ultimately when one door opens, another one begins. So again, new moons are always about planting seeds, so have that within your awareness. Six of Cups, memories and reunions. So this painful ending, you could be thinking about a relationship that was really significant to you, very emotional, a huge bond. Whatever this is, if it's not in the vibration of who you are now today and it needs to end, that could be very painful for you. So this could be for you intellectually and emotionally going back over it could even be the old version of yourself, right? We have had this ongoing Saturn square with Uranus, and so I've been explaining it just like this push, like this labor pain, this tension, this friction, old ways of doing things, new ways of doing things. Just be gentle in this teeter-totter moment. We're going through so many shifts and changes, and so for many of you that are tuned in, it could be, wow, is it pouring? Like, it's so pouring. It could be really painful for you. It could have been somebody that was very emotionally important to you. You can still love people, even if you don't, if they're not healthy to be in your life. Just remember that. So that's crazy. That's a lot of mental and emotional energy coming up. I hope you can hear me right over the crazy rain. So let's pull a Gaia Oracle too. I'm wanting to bring forward the feminine energy again because Virgo is Earth. All Earth signs, of course, and water signs are feminine, but you know, the goddess of bringing in the sacredness and the purity in the earth plane is so important. It's, you know, it's harvest time, but it's also a time of taking forward our fruits of our labor. This could be things that we've learned, right? Life experiences. So what is it from the Gaia? Kind of getting a little bit of a headache today too. Remembrance. Well, this makes sense with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So this is coming up. You know, we have an ending and a beginning happening at the same time. It says resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So many of you that are tuned in to listen are going through exactly that. But and it's painful for you, but you're conflicted on it. You're having mental thoughts about it. You're thinking about it a lot, but it's also pulling on your heartstrings, right? And your emotions. It's time to you can make romantic reunions with remembering who you truly are as a divine child of Creator. But again, resurfacing of emotions of past. So this could be somebody that you've lost in the physical. This could be somebody that you've needed to end a relationship with. And you could be also teetering, tottering back and forth. Heartstrings, mental strings. I know they're not good for me, but I'm staying anyway because this is so hard. It's telling us to end it, and then we will feel emotionally fulfilled with the Six of Cups energy. It's okay to go in the range of emotions, but this is the time now at the new moon coming up on the 27th of August to plant a new seed. To plant a new seed. To separate the wheat from the chaff, right? We're going to do a goddess guidance one too. I'm not going to read the Sabian symbol on this one. If I do decide to share the Sabian symbol, I'll come back on and do another video. Because we're already at about 22 minutes now. So, new moon in Virgo. New moon in Virgo. Easy does it. So we're being told to be gentle with ourselves because there are some painful endings that are going to happen. That's how we can be gentle with ourselves. There's no need to be in a hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring at perfect time. So that's beautiful. The recommendation for this new moon in Virgo is to be gentle with yourself. Get in tune with yourself, right? Virgo energy is earth energy, so tend to your body. Get in nature. And if you're like me and you feel all these Schumann spikes that we've been feeling, and I'm still dealing with a lot of residual things from having the virus, the bioweapon. So there's days where I'm just not feeling good at all, and sometimes it's even hard for me to even listen to videos. Headaches, dizziness. Some of that can be ascension as well. Again, I'm not giving any medical advice, but what we're being asked during this Virgo new moon is to take it easy and be gentle with ourselves. And I would add to that, to find your inner peace, like this peace dove here, is to meditate. There's power in prayer. Allow whatever comes forward to surface, right? Cleanse yourself, purify yourself. Embrace your emotions. And that it's okay if you're feeling distraught or the painful endings. Endings are painful, but just remember there's always a beginning, and there's also a reunion and an emotional fulfillment that can come along with that. So lastly, for the new moon in Virgo, we're going to do an I am affirmation. It is safe for me to speak up for myself. Totally Mercury energy, totally Virgo, right? Or Gemini. Speak up for yourself. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right? There's no sense in allowing that Mars Gemini energy to create arguments. I've witnessed it. I've been slayed again. I tend to do that. I got Mars, Mercury, Pluto in my 10th house, so the outer world shows me a lot of times where I am. So if you're having people be aggressive with you or whatever, spewing out their anger towards you, you can choose to speak up for yourself, but just know that some people aren't even worthy of hearing your voice, and let bygones be bygones, right? That may be some things here too that you're not getting, you're not able to communicate with somebody else, whether it be in your close surroundings or somebody online or whatever. Communication breakdown. Well, what happens is people project onto other people. So know when to speak up. Know when to speak up. I hope you have a very beautiful, blessed new moon. I hope you set your intentions for clarity. I hope you take forward your best version of yourself. I hope you're not overly critical with yourself and others. Ride the waves of emotions like they come in like oceans, right? Much love to you, and until the next time, shalom, shalom.